Okay, I have to not mind my mouth and my speech at the moment. I'm just back from the dentist and they're just so much fun. Anyway, this is the TRC459 and actually we haven't given it a real clean up yet. We just want to just get the final polish touches to it, but I just thought I'd put it on air and have a bit of a look. They were quite a different radio, and a lot of digital control, a lot of scan controls, etc. as well. You could auto scan, but you had to set either clear or, there we go. So squelched. Obviously, if we were doing this here and we went to a busy channel, it would just keep going the other way around. Yep, and it would actually keep looking for a busy channel to come up, etc., etc. Go up to 35. Actually, why not just do it that way? Whoop. What am I doing now? Not turning it off very well. Here am I. How do you turn auto scan off? Good point. Probably a cancel called stop. Right, try that. Okay, so I'm just putting channels in 33, 35, 40, 01 I suppose. Whoops, 01, get that right, yeah. Alright, so yeah, pretty easy to run around very fast on this thing. I think you'd probably just use your down up buttons a fair bit. Let me bring that squelch back a bit. But they're a really nice looking radio. Look, you won't see too many of them here in Australia. This is obviously 110 volts Radio Shack, but they just are one of those radios that people either love or hate, I suppose. But I love the console look of them. Most people know I'm a bit of an SBE Console 6 lover, and don't know if we'll get anyone. It's been very quiet out there. Anyone out there hearing us at all? 229 over in Tangambalanga, northeast Victoria. Don't like my chances. If the skip's not running here, nothing's running, unfortunately. Oops, clarify. Yeah, g'day mate. You hearing us on this realistic, just on Navaho, TRC459, go ahead. No, I'm not going to hear him well. Yeah, sorry mate, you're way too low for me, way too low. No. Anyway, look, thanks mate. I didn't think we'd get anyone, but conditions are terrible at the moment. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, I know who that is. Unfortunately, we just don't get him at a very good signal strength. I was hoping one of the more local guys was about, but I don't think so. But let's have a look. Let's go to channel 11 mode. AM. Anybody out there listening on channel 11 AM? Just doing a bit of a test. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I doubt that very much. And I haven't heard any conditions this morning that sound like the Super Bowl's working either. So it's been a bit quiet. When I was coming back in the car, I was just having a quick listen, but no, it was very, very quiet. Anyway, what do they do? Well, you can set your clock, obviously, and just basically fast, slow. All the digits work on the clock, so that's sort of nice. I say that, I'm just checking that right now. I'm pretty sure I checked it earlier, and they were okay, but yeah, it's looking good. Sometimes you will on these clocks, you'll get a digit out here and there, which can be annoying. From memory, yeah, you can put it into 24-hour time or 12-hour time, etc. It's a seconds count. Lovely. I'm not sure you'd use that too much. You've got auto set on it as well, that you can actually set timers. A lot of these CB radios came out with this around that time. I'll go back to 35 again. But actually, he's coming a little bit better there. Yeah, it's receiving all right, but I must admit, isn't it funny, sometimes I reckon he changed antennas then, because normally he's quite low, so he's come up a little bit, but anyway. Not much else to sort of carry on about these. They're single antenna on the back here, and hang on, just turn that down. And you've got your SWR cal on the back, so you actually do your calibrations from the back. They don't do that on the front. A little bit annoying. Would have been nice if they fitted that on the front, to be honest. Not that you use it that often. Obviously you can run this off 13.8 volts, but I would say that would be without the clock running. So 110 volts, we're running off a Chinese supply where we can run 3 lower ports of 110. You've got to be very careful you don't muck that up too, because on this particular one you've got 220 volts on the top and if you mistakenly chuck it in just not thinking, you will definitely do a burn up. Anyway, no, that's quite nice. Actually, receiver seems to be actually working quite well on this, because to hear that particular chap is sometimes very difficult, and does make me wonder whether he's put up a better antenna or something, but not sure. Yeah, it is as dead. Try 16, you never know, but I doubt it. Anybody out there on channel 16, copy us, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, test. Yeah. Now this is pretty much straight from, this one came from, this is actually from Ross, yeah, this was one of Ross from Strictly Ham's collection radios, and, but look, you know, I won't say it's 100% on frequency, I won't say it's 100% power. I think it looks pretty good, to be honest, but you know, all of these radios are being sold as is, and sometimes, you know, you might just give them a little tweak just to get them right on frequency, etc., but you know, it's fairly easy stuff. And once we give this a bit of a cleanse, a bit of dust on this still at the moment, it'll come up actually quite nice. So certainly give us a call if you're interested. I think from memory, this is our last one. Look, I think we only ever had 2. I'll have to check the museum building. There may be one more out there, but I don't 100% know. But I did get some of these earlier from the New Zealand museum that we bought out, so that's why I'm sort of just hesitating. But I think this may in fact be our last one that you'll see. So don't expect once this is gone, it's gone. So anyway, all right. Well, that is the realistic TRC459. As I said, we haven't cleaned it up yet. It could do with a bit of a quick polish and clean. But you know, straight off the shelf, where it's been sitting for probably 5 years. Actually, I'm quite surprised. Certainly looks good. Oh, by the way, yes, you can set memories on this as well. Forgot about that. And then you can actually then memory scan just your individual memories. Should have mentioned that before. Looks like there were 5 memories from memory. Yep. So 5 memories that you can set in there. Whoops, and I just knocked a button then, which was not very smart. Now I'm doing it wrong. Stop. 35. That's better. Anyway, all right. Well, as again, TRC459, nice example of the era. Remember, it's 110 volts. Best to run it off one of these little fellas over here, or similar. The problem with doing the transformer changeover is that the clock will still need modifying to from 60 hertz to 50 hertz. So it's just it can be done. It's, of course, you know, just a matter of how much pain you want to go through. We run a lot of our stuff off 110 volts, just easier. Anyway, all right. Thanks very much for having a quick look at this. I'm going to go rest my mouth. Dentist went crazy on it this morning. Spent the whole morning in the dentist, and got to go back for more. Anyway, what do you do? All right, 73s. Thanks. Cheers.